Lesson 6. Kandy Business Solutions. Upon successful completion of this lesson, you will be able to describe the Kandy Business Solutions components, describe its target market, understand the key services and features provided, describe the KBS contact center capabilities, and describe the KBS portal functionality. Kandy Business Solutions is just one of the multiple solutions we support on top of the Kandy platform. It's more focused on unified communication as a service solutions, including Cloud PBX, Cloud Voicemail, call recording, contact center, conferencing, instant messaging, fax capabilities, presence, video conferencing, and many more features. Kandy Business Solutions support collaboration, mobility, teleworking, multiple kinds of clients, including SIP phones and unified communication clients for Windows, macOS, Android, and iOS, and additional applications such as the Kandy wrappers, which can be overlaid on top of Kandy Business Solutions. One of them, Kandy Business Phone, is a second-line offering perfect for micro businesses. The solution includes administration portals that allow the management of users and capabilities based on the different layers of responsibility at the service provider level, reseller level, enterprise level, department level, or end user level. It also includes a SIP trunking as a service offering to allow global connectivity and also new client experiences like we mentioned on Lesson 5 that include the mashups of Skype for Business or IBM. Kandy Business Solutions are deployed globally in multiple data centers throughout the world. We have points of presence in North America, Europe, and Asia, and local dial access in 80 countries. Kandy Business Solutions provides value for multiple parts of the enterprise. For the investors because it saves cost and improves productivity. For the management because it helps connect teams and get more things done. For the staff because it supports your existing voice services but also gives you new interesting capabilities. For the knowledge workers, allowing them to work from anywhere or becoming road warriors. And for the CIO and IT departments because it's an all-cloud strategy and helps them focus on OpEx instead of CapEx. One of the advantages of Kandy Business Solutions is that it can accommodate businesses from any size, from the very small office, home office, or micro business with less than 10 employees, to small businesses between 10 and 100 employees, medium businesses up to 1,000 employees, or even the large enterprise and big market verticals with thousands of employees. And we have specific bundles of services and capabilities tailored to the specific size of the business. From the vertical industry point of view, Kandy Business Solutions can address the needs of any vertical such as insurance, retail, real estate, hospitality, government, healthcare, education, travel, and banking and financial. And because our solutions are standards compliant and don't use proprietary interfaces, you can integrate any device as long as it supports standard interfaces. Our SIP phone support is extensive. We do have some recommended brands like Polycom or Yealink, which have gone through very specific integration with our solutions, but we can support any SIP phone out there as long as it's standards compliant. For our recommended manufacturers, we have integrated zero-touch provisioning, which means that once a user is given an account in the system, they can be assigned the phone model, and when the user connects the phone to the network, it will automatically retrieve the firmware and the settings from the cloud. So there is no user intervention required to activate the phone. This may seem trivial for a small company, but it can be very important for larger scenarios, such as contact centers where thousands of users can be provisioned simultaneously. In fact, Kandy Business Solutions provides cloud-based call center and contact center solutions too that cover the typical functionality expected by these types of businesses. For less ambitious businesses, we have the Kandy Call Center, focused on inbound calls and including the typical queuing and skill-based routing, as well as agent SIP phone and consoles. And for more ambitious contact centers, the Kandy Contact Center solution powered by Five9 provides also outbound capabilities, CRM integrations, and multi-channel capabilities. Both are deployed in a per-seat, pay-as-you-go model that allows businesses to adapt to their market demands. Managing Kandy Business Solutions is very easy and is done through top-of-the-line portals with multiple levels. For the service provider, for the resellers to provision their own customers, for the enterprise which can also have levels for their own departments, and then finally the end-user portal to manage the settings of their line or their application. Depending on the administration level, you can do different things. For example, the reseller or the service provider can add branding, define products, create the different feature catalogs, and add or modify customers or even add channels. The customer, normally the enterprise or the department within the enterprise, can create sites to group employees together which provide templates for certain data that a location is going to have. For example, the time zone, the emergency call handling, or any other settings specific to a certain location. They can also add and modify subscribers, assign the product or the catalog elements, create the network directory, assign the phone numbers from the pool assigned by the service provider, monitor devices, or even define hand groups. And finally, the end users can access another portal where they can see their voicemail, they can manage their personal address book, they can create call routes based on the time of the day of the week, the caller ID, or even present status, and many other triggers that define what an incoming call does. And they can also define what's going to happen with that incoming call. For example, forward it to the mobile, forward it to voicemail, or simply reject it. They can also review services. Things that you couldn't remember before, like what are the key combinations I had to put on my phone to be able to transfer calls to voicemail? Well, now you can go to the portal and you can see all the start codes and you can see all those vertical access codes that you needed. From the business point of view, this is what the administration portal looks like. In particular, this is a service provider view. Here they can see statistics on how the network is performing, see immediate alerts and information on the status of their network, manage their own subscribers, create sites, businesses, and set up configuration. And from the end user's point of view, they can access the voicemail directly from within the portal, play the messages, manage their personal address book and add contacts from the corporate directory or assign them as favorites. They can set up their own call rules and access settings to configure voicemail, change their PIN codes, configure their voice services, the conference settings, or even get a list of the amount of services they can trigger from the phone using the start codes. And this is the end of Lesson 6. Thank you for watching.